Hello and welcome to the Brighton Your Day show, and I am your host, Brighton. This is That Funny Feeling, Brighton's version. Deep low drinks and shopping halls, going to Air One, maxing out all credit cards and not having fun. Jake Paul's new deep fake cortisol face Timu halls. Scandal after scandal of the scandal of it all. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. Celebrities all on Ozempic, the Grammys fashion show. Garza is now on Prize Picks, go get it before it blows. This year's Super Bowl ads, new injections, AI jobs. Feeling like a copy of a copy of it all. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. There it is again, that funny feeling, that funny feeling. Now, I could have said a lot more because of a lot of the news that have come out recently. You know, like wars and more AI stuff. But I don't want to be pessimistic. And I want to think about ways to help this whole world. I know that sounds cliche. And I do still get that funny feeling. But I feel like the way to help a lot of the despair that's happening in the world is through art. Art like this, making your own version of that funny feeling. Or making art that no one is ever gonna see. You could write a poem and then burn it or throw it in the sea. You could go dance and be free. Or, I don't know, write a love letter to someone you haven't seen in a while. I try to rap that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna get into the show. Even though this was the intro of the show, and I hope you enjoyed it, even if it wasn't the most beautiful, perfect thing ever. I have to admit, my voice teacher hasn't been able to meet with me recently, so should I even apologize for that? I don't know if I should or not. There it is again, that funny feeling, but I think I can change it to a positive one. There it is again, that funny feeling, but maybe I just need to see the sun. Woo! 400th time is the charm. I will see you at my desk. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Yay. I have been having, whoa, okay, chill. You don't have to clap so much. I've been having so much fun with this sound pad thing. I'm not good at it, but it's called like Meme Sound Pad on Apple, like the App Store. And it's really funny. And they have memes all the way back to like 2016 that are really funny. I'm going to do that sometime, but I have yet to like truly explore the depths of it. Anyways, today, I did that musical number. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed it. I have been thinking about doing that song for a long time and making my own version of it because it was just too perfect. I thought when I heard that song, it was actually originally from Phoebe Bridgers. Well, I heard the song originally from Phoebe Bridgers, and so I thought she's the one that wrote that song, and I was like, wow, this is like a really interesting song for her to write. And then I realized that she had covered it from a comedian, Bo Burnham, which I quite frankly did not know exactly who he was until I played the Phoebe Bridgers version, and then my husband was like, this song is from Bo Burnham, and I was like, who's that? Anyways, he makes like comedy, satirical music. His music is really funny, and I urge you to go check him out, as well as obviously Phoebe Bridgers. But if you don't know who Phoebe Bridgers is, like, have you been under a rock? Because she's awesome. And I feel like she's like the indie pop queen. Maybe it's pop, maybe it's just indie alternative, but she's been the reigning queen of that for a while. Maybe, let me think of who else. Would Lorde be there? She's like, is that indie? I don't know. Don't ask me. But yeah, that song truly just encapsulates everything I've been feeling for the past, like, honestly, since 2020. Wait, 2020? Did these years from 2020 to 2025, did these years exist? Because when I think about 2020, this is what I think about. This right here, this sound, if I can find this sound, come on. I can't find it, but when I think about 2020, I think about this. Oh, I hope this isn't copyrighted. Pause. If that's copyrighted, it's basically SpongeBob's like sad music where it's like and it's like it kind of sounds like a steel guitar or something, and it's when SpongeBob is always sad, or it's played always when SpongeBob is sad. Anyways, I urge you guys to go make your own version of the That Funny Feeling by Bo Burnham song, because it was really fun to do and to look at current events and then like pull things here and there to like make my own verses. I swear to you, I could have done like 10 to 12 more verses with topical things that have happened in the past like few years. Not to mention the literal war that's happening right now. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but we are kind of doing stuff in the Middle East and we don't really know what it means. So I could have talked about that a lot more, many things, a lot more. And I gotta admit, when I sat down to write and to record this, I wasn't crazy upbeat, and things just started pouring out of me that I wanted to talk about. But I just have to say, like, if you need a break from the internet today, if you are listening to this and you need to turn me off, you need to turn off just everything, I will not be offended. In fact, I would literally encourage it to turn this off and to go outside. I went on a hike this morning and it was actually thoroughly calming and really amazing. And granted, it's been a little warmer. So if you live in like the Northeast right now, may God and heaven and everything, all the angels be with you, because holy cow, they have been getting absolutely pummeled this last winter and I feel very bad for them. Anyways, getting into this thing that I wanted to talk about, this topic, okay? This stemmed from something that I'm going to talk about in a second. But, you know, I was looking at trends of 2026 spring, Okay. It was fashion and like makeup trends. And I was like super interested in it. And I've been getting more and more interested in like makeup and doing different looks and stuff. There was like a time when I loved beauty influencers when I was in high school. And then I kind of stopped and I was like doing minimal makeup because I feel like that was the thing. And now I was like looking at what the new trend is. And what's so funny is that a lot of it's like glitter on the eyelids, which I was already doing before that because I wanted to. And so now everyone's copying me. No, I'm just kidding. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because trendy videos that call the trends can be, I don't feel like they're that good for you. Now, are they fun? Now, can you dabble in trends here and there? Yes. But what I'm getting at is like, if you have to look at the trend of the time to know what you need to go out and buy, you are denying yourself the pleasure of actually creating yourself for yourself. You are denying yourself of actually liking what you are putting on your body for yourself. Like, I feel like people don't ask themselves nearly as much as if they like the thing that they're doing, okay? If they like it, or if it's just because they saw other people doing it. Another reason why this was sparked in my head is because of this video, which I'm going to link it in the comments below. It was something like why wide baggy jeans are in, or like how they came to be. I'm going to link it. It's by Maxinomics is the YouTube channel, I believe. And I just couldn't believe how manufactured fashion trends are. And maybe this is like, you already know this and you're like, girl, we know. I knew they were to a certain extent. But there's this report that is put out every year, or maybe it's every 3 years. I think it's every year. And all of the big retail businesses go and pay for this report, basically. And it says like what the fashion industry has been doing at like the top level, like the fashion shows and stuff, and then what they think is going to be in style. The thing is, it's this weird like bubble, you know, like the bubble of economics, like the AI bubble or the housing bubble or whatever, where they kind of like feed into each other in a way. When that report is out, then the people go test it. And then there's so many of these big big corporations testing the wide leg jean, that then when you're a consumer and you go into the store and you see how many wide leg jeans there are, then you're like, oh, I guess wide leg jeans are in. And I just didn't know. And then it creates like a really odd feedback loop where like everyone is looking at everyone else thinking that wide leg jeans are in, like baggy jeans. And then there's more headlines about it of like, oh, skinny jeans are out or whatever, or low rise is in. And it creates the most interesting feedback loop of trends. And what is most interesting, as he highlights in this video, is that if a retailer goes against the grain, okay, wants to be a little unique, if they go against the grain, they lose profits. They lose. And so everybody kind of looks at everybody else and realizes that the very best thing to do is do what everybody else is doing because of the profits, because it's maximizing what, you know, they care about, which they're a business. I understand wanting to make money. I understand it. But it made me think, and last thing, it also made me think about, do you guys remember like a year and a half ago when Alex Earl posted, and she was posting a Get Dressed With Me video, and she put on black skinny jeans. And maybe I'm just chronically online, but let me tell you, when she did that, I feel like it broke the internet for about a day and a half. Because every single person was posting about how skinny jeans are back, because Alex Earl is bringing skinny jeans back. Now, I do not deny the influence that Alex Earl has. She has immense influence, and I actually get interested in her as like a marketing perspective. I think it's interesting to see like what she was able to grow. Like I commend her. Basically, I think her work ethic is crazy that she's able to be this consistent. Anyways, when I went into the comments of these videos that were talking about how skinny jeans were coming back and Alex Earl was bringing skinny jeans back, do you know how many comments I saw of people that were like, no, oh my gosh, I guess I have to go to the store and buy skinny jeans now. Oh my gosh, I guess I have to go to the back of my closet and wear my old skinny jeans that I hate. Oh my gosh, I hate skinny jeans on my body. They're not flattering for me, but I guess I have to do it. And I don't know if this is like a really radical idea or like what, but if you don't like the skinny jeans on your body, even if it's in trend, it's not in trend for you, boo. It's not. It's not. And that's okay. That's totally fine. And I think people, I don't know, maybe it's like a little percentage, but it gets like exacerbated on the internet that I saw so many comments like this. But every time I see a trend, people are like, no, I guess I have to go out and buy polka dot comforters now and polka dot shirts because polka dots are in, or bows. Bows was another big example of like, I get it. It's super fun and super cute. And I literally think I did certain things to be a part of the trend. I think bows in the hair are super cute. People were putting bows on their Christmas tree, and I thought that was cute. But it's like, there's so many people that they acted like they were being forced to do it. And maybe they feel like they're being forced to be a part of the trend. And I just feel like you are denying yourself so much of yourself. I don't know. It was really interesting to me. And then it made me want to talk a little bit about dangerous trends. What are trends that a lot of us follow, or a lot of us fall victim to, that are dangerous? Obviously more dangerous than the skinny jean, although the way the skinny jean hugs me, actually strangles my body, feels pretty dangerous to me. But something that I feel like people know about and people talk about, but I just need to touch on it a tiny bit, is bodies as trends. Bodies as trends. That is like the pinnacle of a horrible trend that you should never, ever, ever fall victim to. Now, is it easier said than done? Yes. When everyone is shrinking around you, is it hard to not look at yourself and think that there is something inherently wrong? Yeah. And I feel like especially if you run in like the circles that perpetuate stuff like that, it's definitely hard. Especially in the entertainment industry, which I am literally in the entertainment industry. People set up expectations and rules and whatever, and it can get hard. Now, I find it interesting to look back into, history and see how bodies have changed and the trend has changed over the years. It's a really interesting thing to realize, like, oh, we really are all being mass manipulated for whether it's corporate profits or it's just because of things like worldly things that are going on at the time, like famines or a complete excess of food, that it changes the way that we all want to look and feel and what we want in general. And I find it interesting that, like, you look at the old sculptures, and the sculptures of women were all like soft and beautiful and had like, excess body, like a voluptuous body, and that was deemed as like the most beautiful because one of the reasons is because the people that were able to afford a lot of food usually were the wealthy people. So society as a whole, the class system looks at what like the ultra wealthy are usually doing and try and emulate that in some way, shape, or form. Now, am I a history major? No. If you are coming to me for complete history facts, go to someone else. I can link actually this guy. I love him. He has a YouTube channel called The Medieval Mindset. I've been really, really loving like binge watching all of his episodes. They're amazing. But we look at modern day. We look at modern day body trends, okay? Now, if we're talking semi-modern, well, not semi-modern day, if we're talking about like the 2000s, that was ultra skinny and super low-rise jeans, and nobody wanted a butt. No one. I talked to my mother about this because I am an avid weightlifter. I love big, strong lower bodies. I think they look so good and amazing, and they're also functionally very good for you to have as a good posterior, a strong posterior chain. Holy cow. My mom is like, in the 2000s, like literally if someone told you you had a fat ass, that is the most offensive thing you could possibly say to someone. Nobody wanted that. Like that was not a thing to want, which I find so interesting because then like, the Kardashian effect and all of these people being called slim thick and wanting to be slim thick, like that totally flipped everything on its head. And now that's the new aspiration to be. Now when you look at Hollywood, and maybe I'll just say it bluntly, people are completely and utterly underfed. One of the ideas that has been floating around, which makes sense to me when you look throughout history, is one of the reasons is because we are so accustomed to having so much excess food, especially like fast food and stuff, and it has made us, a lot of the population, a little bit overweight. And because of that, I feel like the upper class is always looking at ways to completely reverse or go in the opposite direction of what the commoners are doing. And that gives us usual extremes of a look to maintain, because they feel like, oh, now we have to be ultra skinny to be looked at, to be perceived as something, to whatever. Okay. All I'm really saying is it's interesting to see trends and how we follow so many trends with or without realizing. And I kind of just wanted to talk about it and say, like, if you work on being more present throughout your day, there's so many things that you can choose for yourself and co-create for yourself. And if there's one thing that I truly believe is going to help us throughout the craziness of the world that we are living in today, because I know everyone says like we're always living in a crazy time, but the social media has really made us be able to see all of the crazy times all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once is basically social media. We really do feel like we're living in a very crazy time. And because of that, you really need to co-create your life with Source, with God, with whatever you believe in, with your inner God, whatever you believe in, doesn't matter. And I feel like there's no such thing as stagnancy when it comes to that. You are either like actively doing things to create your life and choosing if you want to do the trend or not, and asking yourself if you want to do the trend or not, or you are sitting back and allowing everybody else to tell you what to do, where, see, taste, smell, where to go, what not to do, what not to eat, what not to talk about, what to talk about, like everything. And I also believe there's not stagnancy in life. Like if you are not continuously creating a better life, you're not just staying the same. You are actually reverting. Your boulder is actually going completely down the hill, all the way down the hill. What is that? That's not Icarus. Icarus flew too close to the sun. Is it Icarus? I can't remember. Gosh, again, don't listen to me if you want any cold, hard truth. In fact, I need to go back to school. I dropped out of college. But as I was writing all of this out, and thinking about trends and like, gosh, you just get bombarded with trends, especially on social media. Like you see a YouTube video and it's like, this is in. And then you see it 2 days later and it's like, oh, this is actually dead now. You want to know something that I saw recently that I was like, oh, this just like killed me inside. I've been watching video essays about the analog resurgence, like the analog trend, if you will. Besides, I do think it's bigger and deeper than just a trend. But I was scrolling, and of course, then I get a video essay today that's like, the analog trend is dead. And I'm like, what? Is it all, like, is there anything that is just not? I don't know. I'm just ranting now. I digress. A little tidbit. When I was thinking about how you can like create your life, that I feel like I do, and it's actually been really fun, is Pinterest. Now, I have had my gripes with Pinterest, especially right now. I do not like the AI slop that is absolutely just flashbanged me every time I open Pinterest. I feel like I'm being flashbanged, and I still am holding on to the little bit of love I have for Pinterest, because that is the only social media app I have on my phone, I guess, besides YouTube. Is Pinterest considered social media? I feel like it is, because there's comments and stuff. But it's mostly like a passive experience. You're not like interacting a ton with other like creators. Or maybe you are, and I'm just not. I don't know. What I'm saying is, and this is maybe transitioning into the next thing that I wanted to talk about, is my current favorites for a lovely, maximalist, amazing life. Okay. I wanted to bring a little bucket and like write down favorites and show you and put it in a little bucket, but I didn't do that, okay? Because I was worried about my musical number, and then I was worried about doing this. But something I feel like I do is on Pinterest, I'm constantly pinning things that feel like me, that feel like my higher self, that feel like I literally have a board. It's private. It's a private board. And it's called, what is it called? Well, I have a sub board that's fits to serve authentically. And I pin like outfits, and maybe that's like funny, but every time I'm doing something like that, it feels like I'm actually envisioning and visualizing and creating the life I want instead of just being bombarded with all of these trends and looking at what everyone else is doing. Now, is Pinterest really trendy in terms of like what usually comes up with that in the algorithm is what's trending with a lot of other people? Yes. But like I'll even go as far to say like I have another board that's like my energy or like how I want to feel, and I'll pin literally anything. I will pin a flower that I think I like I look like, I emanate kind of. I will pin a color that I've been absolutely vibing with, like a color scheme combo that I've been vibing with. Now, I don't know if it's in my color season, because that is something I want to do so badly, is get my color analysis done. I think I am a true spring. Comment down below what you think I am. Maybe this lighting isn't great and I'm wearing makeup, but anyways, holy cow, I feel like I am very ADHD today. What was I even saying? Oh, Pinterest. Pinning stuff. So with that, a color combo that I've been loving is olive green and plum purple together. Just is a vibe. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a vibe to me. I used to hate purple actually, and now like that, especially that combo together. Like just type in on Pinterest like olive green and plum color combos, like whether in outfits or even just like hex codes of like paint. It's so pretty. And like, I'll just pin that, you know? And this is something I do before the gym a lot, because I used to doom scroll before the gym while I was in the car trying to find the will to go inside. But like any little act you can do to be like, oh, I am creating this. I am creating my life. I am doing the thing. I am choosing the thing. And I'm not just sitting back and letting everything go. Very last thing that I kind of wanted to expand upon on my Substack, which I haven't written a lot on my Substack because I'm not the best writer, but I do think I have things to say, okay? I do feel like I'm a better speaker than I am a writer. But something I've been thinking about recently when it comes to all of this is having a stock life, or not choosing a stock life. Now, what do I mean by this? When you look at a builder grade home, what is it? It's a stock home. Stock home. It's the builder chose the freaking ugly millennial gray cabinets. Sorry, millennials. That's just what it's called. The builder chose the cabinets, the flooring. It's all like white and drab, and there's nothing custom about it, okay? What about a stock car? Okay, there's no upgrades, there's no interior that you liked, there's no color that you liked, there's nothing. It's the bare minimum of like what will sell you, okay? Now, I'm not knocking stock stuff because I don't think it's bad. That's not even the point. The point is, I feel like if you're not creating your life, you are living a stock life. And what I urge you to do, especially in the age of like where AI is making you not need to make a lot of choices, you get fed an algorithm full of just stuff every day, whether it's the algorithm on Spotify making you listen to whatever it is it's choosing for you. Like, there's no intentionality behind things. And I think that something to make us happy and me happy is being more intentional behind the things that we're doing. So yeah, it's just being more of a maximalist. If you like maximalist stuff, you don't have to be, but it's like making the intention of not having the stock life. And the stock life could mean anything to you. Okay. Some people think the stock life is the traditional, like you get married, you settle down and you have kids. I am not knocking that. I think that's incredible. I think being a mom is amazing and literally the most important job on this earth. But like some people think that is like the only path, or the only path is like go to college, get a 9-to-5 job and work there for 30 years until you retire. And you never create or do anything even on the side of that. I'm just saying there's a little bit more room to not have the stock life if you don't want to choose that, if you don't want that. But I feel like you have to know to not be choosing that. Kind of like I'm saying about stagnancy versus there's no such thing as stagnancy, okay? Hold on, sorry, someone's texting me and it's okay. Now, I want to get into the bucket of things that have just brightened my day and possibly will brighten your day. This doesn't have to be physical things. This could be actions. This could be routines. This could be anything. First, we're still in the Fresca game, of course. Fresca supremacy is here. I am your leader. Pause. Before we get into this, please comment down below if you think it's cringe to name your audience. Is it cringe to have like a audience name? Like how PewDiePie did like Bros, you know? Or Beyonce did the Beehive. Is that cringe? Maybe I don't even care. I don't know. It's just something I've been thinking about doing, but then I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, Brighton's Currents. It's kind of like a product empties if you used to watch like makeup influencers. They would do a lot of like product empties. This is Brighton's currently whatever. Okay, I don't have a good name for it. First and foremost, Fresca, obviously. Second. I have been loving, I guess besides the Pinterest thing, I have been loving waking up and listening to Abraham Hicks. Now, if you don't know who Abraham Hicks is, she may or may not be your cup of tea. She's very spiritual. She's very what you would call like woo-woo or whatever, but I don't care about that. She talks a lot about how you feel throughout the day is manifesting your life, which I personally believe in. But more than that, starting your day with something of that effect instead of just going straight to your phone or doing the tasks that you need to do. Just like resetting yourself for the day and having a better intention has truly been such a game changer for me. I will wake up and listen to it as I'm getting ready or as I'm driving to the gym like I usually do or anything. Even if I just don't want to listen to music or even like a podcast, okay? A podcast that's like a Huberman Lab or like a Diary of a CEO or something. Sometimes I feel too busy in my head to be listening to things like that. I feel like I need like a breather mentally and I don't need to always be striving to like do more and think more and whatever. And something like an Abraham Hicks has really been peaceful for me. I feel like it's a peaceful experience. I've been really, really loving it. Yeah. Comment down below if you listen to Abraham Hicks. Also, like and subscribe to this video. You know, you can put like the little bell icon that like lets you know if I post, which I post weekly, but in case you forget, something that I love too is which this is kind of dumb because I'm like, well, I guess a lot of people possibly can't do this. Hiking and walking. I know this is all like so cliche and like, oh, I'm being a fitness influencer, but being outside in any capacity possible is really good for you and really good for your soul. Something I'll do when it is snowing and it's so freaking cold and I don't feel like walking outside is I'll literally park in my gym parking lot and I'll park kind of far away. And if it's like sunny outside, even if it's freezing, I will literally roll down the windows and I will turn up the heat in my car and I'll just at least like have the sun rays hitting me, you know, like I'll at least do that. I don't know, that it's just been really nice to do that, even if it's been really cold. I've loved it. I'm trying to think of other things. See, some of these things involve money, and sometimes I think that's stupid and not needed to feel good. Something that I've been loving lately is like finding dupes of things, like just being an absolute bargain hunter. I have been obsessed with Depop. I love Depop. I don't like their fees, but Depop has been giving me some joy. Or drugstore makeup has been so expensive. I literally cannot believe it. I wear the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara and I went to go buy it and it was $16. $16. That is not, I don't think that's drugstore anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know. That's like upper level drugstore. That's not like the drugstore I used to go to. But a brand I've been like loving and like the dupes of and stuff, well, certain ones, is Catrice. You can't find Catrice everywhere. I think you can actually find it more in Europe, but Catrice has some good dupes, like their face palette with the blush and the contour. It's literally replaced my Fenty contour bronzing stick thing. It's been great. I love it. What else? Stretching has been good for me. And then the very last one, and this is something I do every night, and I've been listening to every single night since 2013, because I can't not. And that is ASMR. I am an ASMR lover. Now, I have to say, some of the ASMR that got really popular, I understand why people think it's weird, even though I'll watch like any sort of ASMR, I don't really mind. But I just love a good ASMR. And if you guys need an ASMR lady that has just always delivered, her name is Karuna Satori. She's a great ASMR creator. I'll link her in the comments, in the description box below. But I just love it. And I also was watching tons of like, I think it's Vogue, maybe it's a different, InStyle magazine, and they do their makeup while they do ASMR. Hold on, I need to listen to this and see if it even is sounding good. Okay, so I couldn't do ASMR because I think I would laugh. Now, this is another makeup thing that I've been loving lately. It is the e.l.f. lustrous lipstick. I don't know, because my lips are crusty. Comment down below if you want me to do an ASMR inspired podcast. And I'll try not to laugh really loud in your ear. Okay, warning. Okay. ASMR is good. That's basically it. I kind of wanted to do like a whole bit of the ASMR thing as like my act 3, because I do these in like different acts. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I'm just a little tired, okay? I need to eat some dinner, okay? ASMR, always great. That is going into the fake, not the fake, but the invisible bucket of things that has been bringing me joy. Another thing has been True Fruit and some good tea has been giving me joy lately. Please put in your joy into this bucket. What gives you joy in this world that we are living in? Because we need a lot of joy, and we need more joy than despair. I gotta admit, I scrolled on Twitter like 3 hours before this, and I think that's what killed my mood. Anyone that is still actively using Twitter, you are the strongest soldier, or you just like the drama there. I don't know, but Twitter is simply an absolute war zone, literally and figuratively. Everyone is really mad. Like, I am like in the cyberspace of Twitter scrolling, like, how are you like doing this? And then you're like living your life. Like, you can just scroll Twitter and then be like, okay, honey, I feel great. I have a, like, especially in the morning, if you are a Twitter scrolling person in the morning, what is your life like? What does your life look like? I would love to know. Does it make you thrive? Maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe it ignites your fire because so many people are fighting. It is a scary, scary place. I feel like Pinterest is the last frontier of social medias that is there and okay. And I'm still of the opinion that I could and should be the new CEO of Pinterest. Let me know. I will absolutely take it over. And my first order of business would be to ban AI from Pinterest. Ban all of the freaking stupid AI models, the stupid architecture stuff. Sometimes that's cool if you're like trying to imagine something that couldn't be done. But like, gosh, I feel like there just needs to be a little bit of a guardrail when it comes to Pinterest, because that was my home. And then Etsy, oh my gosh, don't even get me started on Etsy. I really can't. Etsy it's actually hard now to find a lot of true handmade stuff that's not like drop shipped and stuff. I don't think it's bad. Like, I go back and forth. Like, I'm like, if you have a business and you're making money for your family and whatever, that's fine. But I feel like places that literally started off by being something for like a handmade small business type of thing, like a Etsy, you really gotta like, I don't know, just, you gotta tighten the reins on some of this stuff, because Etsy is really hard to scroll. Now, I feel like it's still easy to find like creators and then they have an Etsy shop and you can like find that Etsy shop, but it's hard to just like scroll and find what you're actually looking for. Finding human touch and human creation on Etsy sometimes. I don't know. Also, I haven't seen Wuthering Heights yet. I'm so sorry. I was going to do like a makeup look inspired by that because I think that'd be funny, but I haven't even seen it yet, so I would be an absolute fraud. So maybe next week I will talk about Wuthering Heights. Wuthering Heights. And yeah, other than that, this is so random, but once I'm speaking to like future Brighton, once I get a bigger audience, I really want to start a book club. Actually, I don't even have to have a bigger audience, just like a few people. I really, really want to start a book club with my podcast. I think that'd be so freaking fun. And I'm like manifesting that and putting that out. Future Brighton, please do that, because I think it'd be so fun. I have a book club with 2 of my friends, and I feel like it would be great to do it with my homies, with my friends, on here, on the interwebs, and connect more, connect deeper, and I don't know, read, reading's good for you. Okay, that is enough for me. I hope you had a good day. I hope you continue to have a good day, and if not, try and think positive thoughts and go out and see the sun. And until next time, bye. Cheers.